Two brothers. Who would have thought? Who would have thought we're going to see this? I wish more tournaments would play on two brothers. That would be amazing to watch and cast. Well, my dudes, welcome to the first game of the best of 5 between Royal Air Force in the green and Royal Navy in the red. To figure out once and for all and put this beef behind us. Who's better? Or at least in World of Warships.
Who's better at ships? The ships guys or the planes guys?
Yeah. It's 5v5.
Oh boy.
So no carriers. Funny enough. Tier 7 and 8. We have 2 battleships versus 1. 2 cruisers versus 2. 1 DD versus 2. Alright. So
I'm still kind of thinking like what would like really experienced teams bring on. I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe like 1 battleship and 4 Kiev, something like that.
Yeah, because there's no limitations on which type of ship you can take and how many. You could literally go with 5 battleships if you wanted to, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to tier 8, I mean, Lenins and Vladis are very strong. Sure, you could go Tirpitz or maybe even Odin, but I'm not sure that's a great idea.
Interestingly, no one currently heading for the middle, which is whether we'll see anyone go down there at any point, I don't know. But
yeah, Royal Navy took 2 destroyers, 1 on each side, and they're pretty much gonna, you know, split up into 2 teams. What I find interesting is that both teams decided to send 2 ships on the right and 3 ships on the left, or east and west.
Interesting to note that it's standard battle, so which on this map pretty much means that it's just fight to the death, because chances of anyone actually capping out is almost nil.
Well, you say that, but you don't even need to cap. Like, if you send a destroyer through the middle, and he just contests for 1 second, or a few seconds, to be sure, one team is immediately in the lead. Nobody even needs to die. You just stop the point income for a few seconds of the enemy. They didn't get the tick. You did. You're in the lead. You don't even need to cap. Not to mention, if you cap, you're going to force some ships back, and then you can push the flanks and all that. But, yeah, we'll see how this plays out.
I'm just watching the Royal Navy Bismarck here. Kind of looking a bit like,
indecisive.
You see that player at the beginning of a random battle, and you're like, please don't do that.
What is that camo? What is this camo?
Oh, yeah, it's called. I think it's called cartographic.
How do you get your hands on this?
It was given out in a mission thing a few weeks ago. You could only get like 3 of them or something.
Oh, it's
really
beautiful
pretty.
looking. Yeah,
it's really pretty.
Love to have it. Okay, so on the right side or east side, we have Kagero and Baltimore that are going to have to deal with Tallinn and Tirpitz. So Tallinn does have a radar. And they do seem to have far more firepower than the Royal Navy. But then again, Kagero can kind of counter the Tirpitz if they can work their way around the Tallinn. We'll see how that goes.
Okay, it looks like that was radar out from the Tallinn, I think.
That Bismarck is going to go through the middle.
Don't forget now, under spectator mode, we can also see the hydro swooshes that we couldn't see before, so that's cool.
Royal Navy Cossack is very aggressive, very deep. He gets caught there. Oof. He could get some spanking before being able to even...
Yeah, he's just skirting the edge of the Baltimore radar range.
Cossack does get 5.5, I believe, kilometer detection, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So he can play against Kagero. Kagero's what, 5'4"?
Yeah.
I think. So it's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, the Cossack one-on-one with the Kagero is no match, but, you know, that close to the cruiser. Okay, Torp's out towards Kagero, who is reversing. One of those is quite unfortunate, but I think he's going to be okay. Yeah, he's fine. Bismarck just entering the channel.
Oh, Tallinn on the other side. down to 15,000 HP. Probably took some torpedoes. Or reversed too much and then Baltimore got to do some shooting. Because if they want to win this side, Talon and Tirpitz need to sink Kagero. And then Baltimore shouldn't be that big of a problem 2v1. But if Kagero is allowed to survive and they lose Talon, then Tirpitz is a dead man. And it does take a little bit of time to actually bring down a Baltimore who's bow tanking you. Does seem like Talon won't go down immediately and Tirpitz is gonna dodge.
Yeah, both seem okay. They're gonna turn around and chase the Kagero up the 10 line. Baltimore's kind of been left behind. Foggy's going to have to make a decision here. Does he stay just in case something happens on the other side, or does he push up with the Kagero?
I'm just looking at Bismarck coming out of the channel with Baltimore's ass hanging in the breeze. He's even reversing right now. And that's a juicy, juicy broadside. Ay, ay, ay.
Well, of course he's... I'm guessing he's spotted. Let's just...
Oh, Kagero's going to die.
No, he's not.
229 HP.
So Borbonium and Baltimore can see that the cap's being capped. It's currently going forwards. Rodimus just nosing around the corner.
He should have enough time to smack him.
Can he get a shot? Shells out.
Quarter.
Chunk.
Not too bad, I guess. But Royal Air Force has already lost a destroyer. And on top of that, their cap is now behind. So even if they would find a way to equalize, they're going to be behind on points, which is exactly what we mentioned before. Kagero on the other side is detected. I don't know, did Talon get too close?
Yeah, Talon...
Yep, too close. This could...
Sandwich, the Kagero is firing, the Baltimore is firing.
It could be maybe a trade. Royal Air Force Talon for Royal Navy Kagero, maybe?
I think the Baltimore's lost shots now. Yep.
Yeah, but Talon is on fire.
Now, Bismarck, Baltimore.
Okay, he's stealth. Kagero survives. Baltimore hiding behind a rock. I mean, it works kind of fine for Bismarck. He's still in the cap. Every second he spends in there, he's buying his team more and more time, to the point where eventually they're going to be able to lose a ship and still stay in the lead. Yep, Kagero burned down the Talon.
Tirpitz going after Baltimore. No torpedo threat on the Baltimore, so Tirpitz can just simply approach him.
Okay, now Bismarck is kind of caught in between two fires. He's got Richelieu full HP to deal with from the front, and Baltimore half HP to deal from the rear. Bismarck is not exactly equipped with a lot of utilities. Like, he has to rely on his guns and secondaries. He's not exactly going to bring down Richelieu that fast. And Baltimore is also not the easiest target to sink very quickly. But I think he should just focus on shooting Baltimore and going for the ram on the Richelieu. Because then he trades 1 for 2. And they're already winning 2-0.
The Royal Navy's Baltimore just narrowly dodged a torpedo from the Tirpitz. Tirpitz trying to come around on him. But I think the Baltimore's going to be able to get a ram off here. Which is... Ooh, narrowly, with that fire running, is narrowly just gonna have enough hit points for landing flags.
Barely.
Yep.
So they bring down another Royal Air Force ship down. That sounds so weird to say it, actually. And... okay, Bismarck didn't really focus on the Baltimore. He went to do kind of ring around the rosy with the Richelieu. And he is doing damage, but not enough. So they will take him down. And now it's 3 versus 2. Cossack being detected. Kagero doesn't have a lot of HP. Cossack has 15k. And Takao. I mean, technically, with some mistakes from Royal Navy, Royal Air Force could still win this.
Interestingly, the prediction in my channel at the beginning as to who wins this series, it was Royal Navy 53, Royal Air Force 47.
I actually did the poll as well, but I forgot to check the results. Maybe one of my mods still remembers, or anybody in the chat.
That wasn't a poll. That was a prediction. So that was the percentage of points spent. More people actually went for Royal Navy, but the people who backed Royal Air Force backed them harder.
55% to Royal Navy for the poll on who wins series. Well, they are winning right now. Baltimore triggers the radar, but Kageto's behind the island, so he is safe.
His guns are the wrong side for the Cossack if he is in range. Yeah,
so, what I... Like, unless this Kageto runs away, and I don't think he can anymore. Maybe, and it's very risky. What's going to happen here is that Baltimore is just going to make it around the corner and one-shot Kageto, and then potentially die to Torbs. Kageto is going to try to make a run for it, but I think he's a couple of seconds too late.
Yeah. He's also maybe a couple of 100 meters inside detection as well.
Oh, that's a bad shot. That might be the only shot he got. Oh, Kageto wants to drop torpedoes. He turns too much.
Yep.
Gives Baltimore another shot. Engine down. That is just at the edge. Will Balti get one more shot? If he gets this one more shot, they have a chance. Maybe. Oh my god! Come on! No! Not like this!
I think there's probably some swearing going on right now.
13 HP. Well, shit.
Yeah. And it's dark as well.
Yeah. I don't think Baltimore's ever gonna see that Kageto again.
No, but the Cossack is coming in and is spotted.
So if they manage to kill Kageto right now, and he didn't even get to fire torpedoes off, then Baltimore turns around, pushes Cossack out of the cap, as long as Takao can't help, and Takao is way too far to actually help. So they would have to leave the cap. They don't have a lot of time, but I guess the best course of action then would be to maybe put Richelieu in the home cap, try to find the angle where he's not gonna die and keep the cap in their control, while Baltimore goes for the enemy base to try to bring the points back, or simply go ham with both ships and hope you kill Takao, and that's gonna be enough points.
I was wondering if the Takao is AFK, but no, the turrets are moving.
What are they difference now? What is that? 50, 100, and 70, 80 points? So, let's see, that would be 95. And another 65. Oh, that would be very close, actually. They might even be able to win. That would be, of course, if they killed Kageto and then sink Takao. Even with Cossack still alive, they might be able to pull it off. But with Kageto getting away with 13 HP and they're never going to see him again, nah. I think they got... Oh? Did they see Cossack?
Cossack keeps getting spotted. I'm wondering why.
Radar. I think Baltimore is radaring right now. Oh, he's not detected at the moment.
Honestly, wish that they would make it a bit more obvious, but... No, there's been a few instances where the Cossack's been shot at, and I'm like, why are you being shot at?
I mean, if they pull the kill on Cossack, that kind of brings them back. Maybe.
I think it's because the Cossack just keeps shooting.
Yeah, Richard is going to see him now. They want to bring the Baltimore down because they know if they kill the Baltimore, even if it's a trade, they still win.
Yeah.
Because Kageto can just go in the cap and that's it.
That's true. Is that a torp? That is a torp.
Yep, right on the nose. Yeah, well, that pretty much seals the deal. Takao played it very, very safe. Didn't get himself sunk. Cossack played very risky, but it paid off. And Kageto... I mean, Baltimore missed that first volley. I don't think he could have afforded to miss that first volley. If he actually landed, he would have killed Kageto. And then it's 2v2. There's a chance. You never know. But missing that volley kind of, you know, Kagero got away. Sure, of course, there was a bit of luck as well. If you managed to score a fire at the end, that would have finished him off as well. But now they pretty much have a battleship that's not going to be able to see anything for the rest of the game. And they're going to constantly see him. There's going to be torpedoes everywhere. He turns the turrets. Cossack opens up from the other side. So it would seem that Royal Navy will be taking the game number 1. They did have a much better start. But then with that Bismarck not trading for anything, kind of looked a bit sketchy for a bit.
Thing is, this is a best of 5 though, so normally we're used to saying best of 3. So this is like a King of the Sea final. So it's first to 3. So it's just because Royal Navy have gone 1 up means
Oh, anything could still happen.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen it many times.
I am a bit surprised just how passive the Stakal plays the entire game. I mean, it works, so.
Yeah, I guess his role was to
stay alive
on the Richelieu and stay alive. Those torps look good.
Yeah, I think this Richelieu is toast. 2 from the volley number 1, and then another 2 from the volley number 2. Boop. Well, GG's. Wait, no, hold on. I need to find the score. Royal Navy takes game number 1. Then we go here. And we change this to 1 as well. Okay.